Hey guys, it's your girl Kim Q, and I just got off a conference call replay where a young lady was talking about how she went to school to become a lawyer and came out and found herself in $220,000 in debt, and so that's how she got into the whole world of internet marketing. And her story was really, really amazing, and she was just talking about how she was so jaded with this job that she had worked so hard for so many years for, and it reminded me of a scope that I saw recently by this young lady named, I think it's Maya Aloysius. I don't know if she's on Periscope as the Me brand or something. I'll put her information in the description box for this video somewhere so you can follow her. But I don't watch every single scope she does, but I happen to be reviewing my notes from scopes and calls and webinars and things of that nature. And I saw some notes that I apparently took from one of her scopes where she was talking about the fact that most jobs are like sugar daddies. And she was saying that, basically, like, the reason why your job is like a sugar daddy is because you're only in it for the money and the benefits, but at the end of the day, you're not interested and it leaves you unfulfilled. And I was just like, wow, that's an awesome comparison. And she was saying you contrast that with the world of entrepreneurship. She said that's like your perfect man. She was like, yes, it's hard to find what is a good fit. It's hard to find that perfect man. Just like, being an entrepreneur, there's so many things you can do to be an entrepreneur. It doesn't have to be network marketing. You could do digital product creation or a myriad of things, right? I have two friends right now that left their corporate jobs, and I'm so proud of them. Veronica, the Crunchy Mommy, has Etsy store and her blog, and she is hilarious and really gaining a huge following with her whole Crunchy Mommy thing. And Christy, who went from being a scientist, like a real scientist, to now she does quilts and she's into woodworking, and I'm so proud of her too. But there's a whole bunch of stuff out there, so it can be really, really hard to pick what it is you're going to do. But Maya was saying that when you find what it is you're going to do, you got to put a lot of work in, right? When you find that perfect man, that perfect woman, you got to put a lot of work in to make that relationship work. But it's so worth it. And so she was like, are you going to stay with your sugar daddy, or are you going to go and just look until? The word until is very powerful, right? She was like, are you going to go and look until you find that perfect man or that perfect girl? And so it's so funny because I was thinking about it and I said, you know what? It's not just the sugar daddy. Espera un momento, hijo. It's not just the sugar daddy and the perfect man. Some of you guys have, hijo, okay. Some of you guys have jobs, and it's not a sugar daddy per se, but your job is more like, quite frankly, an abusive husband or an abusive wife. If you've ever known someone who has been in an abusive relationship, they try so hard. They try so hard, and they are never appreciated. And usually the treatment just gets worse and worse the more they put up with. And you end up thinking to yourself, like, why do you stay? Why do you stay? And they really don't have a good answer. And the more I talk to people every day, y'all, the more I talk to people every day, I mean, people that are younger than me and they've already lost their dreams, and people that are older than me that seem like they never had dreams. And these people on these jobs, it's unbelievable the stories that I hear. Some of you are in abusive relationships with your employers, and you don't even know why you stay. And just like any abusive relationship, you've got to do like a lot of planning to get out. You can't just leave. You can't just walk away. I'm not advising that. But you got to do a lot of planning to get out. And then even when you get out, right? Even when you get out, sometimes you still go back to that abusive partner. Because it's a psychological thing. You have to really like, I like I said, I know it's no joke, an abusive relationship. I don't know personally, thank God, but I know I've been close enough. And so when someone leaves an abusive person, they have to really do some mental rehabilitation to keep themselves from going back. It's the same thing if you leave your job. If you want to go from employee to entrepreneur, you got to do some serious, serious mental rehabilitation so that you can withstand all the trials and tribulations that you're going to go through as an entrepreneur. When I think about like the abuse that some people take on their jobs, it is unbelievable. This one young lady, she was She was contacting me during the summer. She was right here in Atlanta. She was younger than me, and she had kids, like kids, y'all. And she was talking about how she worked in this call center, and her employer would actually cut off the air conditioner. Now, this is in Atlanta. Her employer would cut off the air conditioner, what, like 2 or 3 hours before they would get off work to save money on a bill or something. She was like, I literally feel like I'm on a slave ship. She would call me crying. But yet and still, she would always call me and say, hey, I think I'm ready to join you now. Or I think I'm ready to partner. I can't take it anymore. But something would always stop her from pulling the trigger. And I haven't heard from this young lady in a while. I don't know what happened to her. But the things that she would tell me about what her employer was doing were just unbelievable. But she stayed until she got fired. And that goes to show too. See, some of you, your job may not be the sugar daddy type. It may not be the abusive relationship to the extent that that young lady's was. But maybe you have a cheating spouse. Maybe your job is more like a cheating spouse. Like, you think everything is fine, right? And then one day they just up and let you go, and they bring in someone younger, someone younger, spunkier, prettier, whatever, that they can pay for cheaper, basically. And you're just totally blindsided. Like, I thought we had a good thing. I thought we had a good thing. I spoke to this other woman, and she was older than me, and she used to make $20 an hour as like a home health aid like manager or something. And then all of a sudden her job just gone. And the last time I spoke to her, she was making $9 an hour caring for someone in their home, and they were basically like, that person was incapacitated and so was their spouse, and so they were basically trying to get her to do work 2 for the price of 1. So she would come, she was only contracted to do work for him, but he would also have her doing work for his wife. And because she needed money, she just felt like she was stuck between a rock and a hard place. And she was, like I said, this woman is older than me, and at that stage of her life, she was very unhappy that she went from making $20 an hour to $9 an hour. And I mean, working her fingers to the bone. Unbelievable, right? So this video is going a little bit longer than I expected, but I'm thinking about all of the conversations that I've had with so many people in the past few days, months, and even really this past year, because this past year of being with my primary company that I'm with now, I've spoken to a lot more people about a lot of different things. And I just wanted to get on here and say, evaluate your relationships. Okay, we don't oftentimes think of our working relationship as a relationship, but it is. So evaluate your relationships, and if you're happy, then awesome and amazing for you. But if you are in an abusive relationship, and you know what, sometimes people don't know it's an abusive relationship because they put up with the abuse so long that they're now numb to the nonsense, they're immune to it. But evaluate your relationships, guys. And if you have a sugar daddy or an abusive spouse or a cheating spouse, there's a possibility that they can just up and blindside you one day. You have any suspicion that they're cheating, interviewing someone else for your position or about to merge your position. Please position yourself. Put yourself, strategically start planning right now to find that perfect mate, and to do whatever it takes until, just like the crunchy mama, and just like the crunchy mommy, sorry, Aronica, and just like Winged Cat, my friends Christy and Aronica, step out on faith. Don't live in fear. Step out on faith and start working towards that perfect mate. It'll be a lot of work, but it'll be oh so worth it. Oh, so worth it. So that's what I wanted to share with you guys today. I hope you're having a great one, and I'll see you in the next video.